Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for another video today, and this is for Deftones' I believe it's their fifth studio album for Saturday Night Risks that I'm gonna be reviewing. For the next marathon album review, promised you guys I'd do, so I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, gotta say, I wasn't disappointed with this record. Chino Marino's screams and singing is actually pretty good in this album. There's two songs one that I had a big concern with. The other one was not so bad. But Pink Cell Phone featuring Annie Hardy, it's a little cringy. Cause one, it mentioned something about butt fuck, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, where is this coming from? But yeah, um, Pink Cell Phone wasn't my favorite song from the album, Saturday Night Risks. The instrumental track UUDDLRLRAB Select Start. I know it sounds like a really silly title. That was an instrumental, and that wasn't so bad, but Pink Cell Phone, I'd give that like a 3.5 out of 5. Most of it was good, but the rest of it, like towards the end of the song, I meant to say, not album, just didn't do well over me. I was listening to it and I'm like, this is the most cringiest thing I've heard from Deftones. But they're a weird band, so they make a lot of weird stuff. Hole in the Earth was a good one. Rapture I really liked. Beware was awesome. Cherry Waves I really enjoyed. Mine featuring Serge Tankian. That was pretty good. I really liked it. And Xerxes and Rats was awesome. But when you get to Pink Cell Phone, you're probably gonna have some problems with it towards the end of the song. Cause it mentions something about butt fuck and British people and all that, and I'm like, what? British people have ugly teeth or something like that. I don't fucking know. It mentions something about that, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, this is just the most cringiest thing I've heard. But after that song, Combat and the last three songs were very good. Uh, they improved a lot more. So yeah, this album tends to go in a different direction, but with some songs they want to try things differently, and then there's other songs that are like, probably misses. But it's a good album. Um, personally saw it was almost one of my favorites, but no, it's really not. Because the Pink Cell Phone song really bothered me towards the end of the song. I did enjoy most of Chino's weird sounds he makes in that song, but Riviere was a really good one. Drive, I think, was a great closing track to the album featuring Sean Lopez. Kim Dracula was awesome. And yeah, there was some. Mostly, this album was filled with some bangers. And then there was a downside to it with track number 9, which I did mention it already, Pink Cell Phone. That one really bothered me. I was really torn that I had to downgrade it to a lesser rating because I was gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5, but nah, it doesn't deserve that. Um, but the execution for this album's not too bad. It just has a few cringy songs, just like two, I believe. The instrumental track and Pink Cell Phone were not my favorites. I didn't hate the instrumental, I just think it was a little weird of Deftones. Uh, but that's what they're known for. But overall, I think Deftones' Saturday Night Wrist was a good album. Not disappointing. Just Pink Cell Phone really brought the rating down for this album, and it's gonna get a lesser rating than what I was gonna give it. But for a score, I think I'll give Deftones' Saturday Night Wrist an 8 out of 10. It's a good album. Just has some moments where the album tends to get you off track. It tends to go off track at times, and then it comes back to the real good stuff that they're known for, like the heaviness, Chino screams, and his normal singing too, and it's gets pretty good. But Pink Cell Phone just really trips you out. It's just that song that's not for me. But yeah, definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Deftones album Saturday Night Wrist, if you've heard it. And if you like this album that I made for you, the album review that I made for you this morning, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I'm trying not to keep the phone camera too close to my face, because I tend to do that sometimes with my phone. But I did like most of this album. There was a few songs I wasn't crazy about, but it's not a bad album. It's listenable for sure. It's probably their weakest, but in their discography, I don't know if it's their actual weakest. I'd have to hear the other albums. I heard Gore was not as impressive, but keep in mind that's probably someone else's opinion. Sorry about that cat meowing. I'll be letting her in a moment. I will be returning to you for Deftones' Diamond Eyes album review tomorrow. And then I'll be doing probably a movie review on Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna see what I'm doing that day. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. I was actually trying to find the architects for Those That Wish to Exist, because someone decided to leak it like a month early, and I'm like, what? I was interested, but at the same time I couldn't get it downloaded, so I'm gonna wait a little bit, because the downloads kept saying can't open file, and I'm like, oh god. I'm like, I guess I can't listen to it, not for a bit. But I hope you did enjoy this album review for Deftones' Saturday Night Wrist. Sorry about that cat meowing. She's getting a little annoying. I gotta let her in my room soon. But definitely stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.